The Jews believe that they're chosen people of God. That's an idea that they threw out there. White Jews, Zionists, they threw out there and said that we're the chosen people. Then other people say that, no, you're not. Then they got to go to war. It got to be a problem. What do black people believe about themselves that gives them the right, to be rulers in the future? See, Zionists are so good that they say they are so good at what they do. They say that to be anti-Zionist means that you're just against our right to exist. And what they did was they created something so blanketed that it covers every attack. So any condemnation, commentary, they say threatens their right to exist. And then they make that illegal. So they build up these barriers they erect these barriers to protect what they've built. Now, this is something to watch. This is interesting, man. This is something to watch. So, amongst my small circles, the goal is to have these constructive conversations on what are the codes we want to carry, right? What are the agreements and the pacts that we make with each other? And what is the thing that we believe about the future that we can all agree upon to be true? That's the goal. Because it don't matter who you against if you don't have anything that you're for. That's all I want to know. What do you believe? What do black people believe about their own future? Because there's people around the world that believe that they're going to run the future. They're going to control it. And that they deserve it. And that God put them in that position that they deserve it. Your people went through 400 years. Your people are described, narrated to the T and exactness of all the biblical prophecies and Quranic and whatever else you want to throw at it. You fit the description, but you don't act like it. You don't fight for it. You don't say it loudly. You don't protect it. None of that. The difference is there are people that get together in a collective and they agree that this is what they're going to fight for. And this is worth it, no matter whether they agree on micro things under how they're going to go about it. Sure, they never come out and say that they're not the chosen ones. Because that idea is what brings them together. That idea is why they will go to war. That idea is how they will maintain control and power. And anybody that believes that, they're on the same side. And this is why they're not in the business of exposing each other, because they need each and every one of them that they can use. But we don't have anything bigger than our feelings and our egos that we would willing to sacrifice aside to get up to that point. They got us in a moral battle with each other, and that's why we're losing. You need the crazy ones in the culture. You're going to need some wild ones in the culture and in the ranks to do the dirty work. See, they got that. It's a reason why they got Netanyahu up there. They ain't got him up there to be the peacemaker. They got him to be the hammer holder. They got him up there to be the one that is going to help them erect their future. They not up there. The Jewish folks ain't up there trying to expose that man for all his failures and doubts that they have on him and his tactics. They like, sir, if you're going to be the one that's going to do it, do it. We ain't learned that. We fighting each other like it's going to make a difference. It doesn't. If I see a black woman fall or a black man fall, it's not going to change our conditions in America. So those are not the things that I focus on, because I know for a fact that it won't matter in the long term. Not in your quality of life, not in your ability to create jobs or gain power. None of that will matter. As a matter of fact, it only makes you look weak, because everybody sees all your weaknesses and what you all will go after. And all they got to do is say one thing about one person, and then y'all will attack them yourself. So, This is why people don't want to be a part of the culture. People don't really want to be a part of this thing that we got going on in America because it's sick. And so when you see people leave and stop talking to you and people disappear, it's because they figure something out. Something that you may not know. They figured it out a long time ago on their way to the top. On their way as they're growing and as they're building. Some people have an unyielding and undying love that is unflinching for Black America. And some people ain't got all that. Some people like, listen, I did as much as I could. I've talked to brothers. They be like, man, I love what you doing because, man, basically I gave up a long time ago. Why they give up? Because they say the very people I was fighting for start fighting me. And at a certain point in time, they spent their most pivotal years, trying to be an activist or a revolutionary or whatever the hell. But I think we may be the only people that you have to fight while trying to help in the long run. So that is a course that has to change in order for a person to be like, you know what? Yeah, I'll come out and help. But when we can observe another people do it better than us, we get envious of that. We get jealous of that. And it makes us angry at the same time. Makes us angry like, damn, man, they doing it so much better. They doing it so much better. And, you have to understand how hard it is to build something in America while fighting for your people, while fighting your people. It's a three-part front because you already have the stripes against you. You have to be very strong to do that. And there's a rate of slow decline that happens when there's forces that you have to push past. And the force that's fighting you is supposed to be pushing you, not going against you. So, yeah, I get, and this is a conversation of empathy. I get why we are the way we are. I get why we are the way we are. It's a hell of a fight. A hell of a fight. And people get tired once they get to a point of realization. So you have to then say, you know what, I'll just wait till, a lot of people say, I'll just wait till I have so much money and so much power, I can do things the way I want to do it. And then they realize that they're going to get more power and more money is not enough, and it's not enough, and it's not enough. Because then they start to meet even more powerful forces and create more enemies. And they say, wait a minute, I have to set this up before I can do that. And they become so meticulous and calculated that nothing ends up happening. I already told you the solution. If you listen, I can't say everything plainly on these waves because that's not the point of it. But for those who listening, they understand exactly what I mean. And they heard in between the lines of everything that I said that was a solution. For my circle, speaking to the masses only works when you're speaking to the emotions. Speaking to the masses doesn't work when you're speaking to their logic. All the solutions are not for all the men. The solutions are for those who are on your side that's going to carry it out. See, the problem with these platforms is that when you speak a good word, the devil listens too. So it's like telling your battle plans to your enemy. You don't even know who's on your side. And you're just supposed to ideally imagine that everybody is good. No, I've empowered people that went against me before. That happens all the time in life. People take what you know and try to use it against you. So I think that we have to be more discerning as we go about doing things. It's a reason that people have never just sat around and just give you all the codes. People want to know who you with first. People want to know if you with them. And then I need to know what code you follow. Are you know what I'm saying? Like, what you gonna do with the power? What you gonna do with the knowledge? See, if you teach a man and you give him everything that he knows, you know what he's going to do. You know what I mean? That's what they've been doing to us for so long. They've been teaching us, giving us everything that they know. Right? So they know, they give us whatever guns they want to. They teach us the plans. They send in their enemies to teach us. So they already know what we're going to do when we decide to do it. Nah. We need to have more conversations that are behind the scenes when we talking strategy. Everybody wants the solutions in front of, give the solutions to the masses. The masses don't deserve the solutions. People don't want to take oaths no more. People don't want to pledge to anything no more. Yet every other people around the planet does it. And we look at everything as evil now. But we don't even have beliefs. It's a cold game. The TikTok cultures, the Instagram cultures, the YouTube cultures, these are the new gods, the new religions. Anytime something pops up with that sort of control and entity, they create new ideologies, new rituals. They create new types of people. When money becomes your God, they can always use money against you. Remember that. Because you fear not having it. It's the love of money that's the root of all evil, not money itself. It's the love of, because that can manipulate you. That can make you do things other than yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. So, yeah, talk to your family. You know what I mean? Ask them what do they believe. They ain't family if y'all don't believe the same. What's the point of it? That whole blood family only matters if y'all believe the same things and y'all willing to fight for the same things, live for the same things, practice the same things. You gotta stop it. Sit down with your family, see if they got the same God as you. What they believe about the future. You go find they know how to normalize these disempowered families where the kid don't believe in God and they just accept that and they're off into some weird thing. And nah, you got to stop that. Because now the man can't be the God of his household. And then they try to make it seem like the man is not, it's toxic to even have male leadership now. Fellas, you can't have a woman that don't believe in male leadership. There has to be a patriarchal role in a household. There has to be a matriarchal role in a household. So if she don't believe in patriarchal leadership, then she's not for you. And that should be a question that you should be able to ask out loud. Hey, babe, you believe in patriarchal leadership? You say, hell yeah. It's simple. But even at this moment, as I say that, there are many that got offended by just hearing that. And it's like, damn, before you can even, lead your family, you have to go through a million miles of mess because a person had heard all of these things on social media. And then because we don't have fathers that was always there, or grandfathers that was always there, it's lost. The problem with the world is the lack of male leadership, not male leadership. Remember that. That's why everybody wishes that they had their father in the household doing the right thing. It's the lack of good male leadership, not male leadership itself. Just think about that. So I'll leave you with that.